You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
Yo, 15 Minutes of Fame. I got this guy.
See that? Now this is how you know when you're on somebody's shit list, because they refer to you as this guy instead of your name. It's all good.
That's how you know you on my shit list?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on your shit list.
Now how I'm on your shit list?
You're not on my shit list.
You're calling me this guy.
I call everybody this guy.
What's going on, huh?
Who are you? Can you tell the people who you are?
E Beasley, Smack URL.
Smack URL. What do you do over at Smack URL?
I'm the co-owner of the company.
Okay. You the guy that's running around on stage while the battles are going on, right?
Yes.
Still conducting
Yes.
and making sure everything's good.
Trying to stop the violence in hip hop.
Yeah. Why,
Yes.
First thing I want to talk to you about is saw an interview with Smack, and he was talking about privatizing URL.
Yes.
That's all he pretty much said.
Right.
But he didn't really
Explain what he meant.
talk to us about what that meant.
Well, when he says privatize, he mainly means controlling or actually excluding a great deal of the media that covers the events. And the reason why this is happening, you must be looking at the camera. The reason why we made this decision is because generally, I mean, if you watch some of the older battles, there was a certain level of excitement that was able to be captured. Now, there's so many different media outlets, and some of them are like tweeting the bars, or they're capturing certain segments on Instagram and they're putting it out. And by the time you get a chance to chop up your footage and either do your trailer, you know, your release trailer to let people know that the footage is dropping, or just the battle in general, they got the best lines out in the world already before you even get a chance to control or rock your own content. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it very difficult to kind of bring that fresh breath of life to material that you may have recorded that you want to bring to the masses, because people are already getting in there, they're tweeting the best battle, they're telling the best lines, this happened at this part, they're doing reports, articles, and in one sense I understand because it is developing into a sport. But on the other hand, this is the kind of thing where it's not like a boxing match. It's just like you don't want to give out a spoiler on a battle. You know, you want people to kind of formulate their own opinions and see what it is that is going out there. And then also I had an incident where one of the larger media outlets, there was a scuffle, not a fight, you know, at the Double Impact event, and they took it immediately and just threw it on their YouTube channel. Now, of course, people will say, well, hey, people have Instagram, they have phones. Fine. The guy with 800 followers, half may not even be into battle rap, you know, that's one thing. But if you have YouTube subscribers and, you know, followers and everything, and then you're snatching this information and you're throwing it out, I haven't even looked at it yet. I haven't seen if I want to use it for myself. I haven't seen if I want to use it for the marketing of the battle. I haven't seen if I even want that particular, you know, information to go out, or if anyone was actually struck in the melee. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a great, you know, kind of that kind of determines where we are at this point with URL in terms of incidents that may transpire live. Now, if you go back to the Smack DVD days, that's a different platform and a different energy. So I'm showing everything in that era. We showed everything. You know what I mean? But since URL started, when there is a fight, if somebody gets hit, we don't show it. For instance, when Math Hoffa, the one incident that we did have, hit Sirius Jones, we personally, URL never showed the battle, nor did we ever show anybody getting hit. Now, there were other media outlets in the building, or cameras or whatever, and some of it leaked out and it eventually made World Star, and that's how people saw it. But it never came from our channel. So when we're having an event and a scuffle breaks out, and we don't know if someone's got hit, injured, touched, whatever, or we don't know if it's just a scuffle and it's like some WWE shit, if we want to use it for our own marketing, people got this shit up and out in the world already on these big platforms, and it's like, it kills the suspense of your own content that you're paying for. So that was a major part in the decision to do that.
Okay, so by privatizing, you only pretty much mentioned the media, and just for the record, I'm not back and worrying about the media per se, just the media issue because I'm media.
Right.
But you only mentioned media, so is the media the issue that you want to privatize? And then you haven't really broken down what the privatizing means. Okay,
right,
by keeping the media out, that's one thing, but is there more to actually the word privatizing?
Our thing is this, right? There's another reason why we want to kind of privatizing. If he used that language, I'm pretty sure he meant it in the sense of having a bunch of cameras in the building recording content, because once that happens, you can't control what somebody has once they've captured it, when they release it, what they report, how they report it, how they put it out. And every guy doesn't always follow the rules. And then there's so many, so you don't have a real control on what's happening. Also, what happens too is that a lot of times these spaces are limited, and the places where a lot of the guys choose to conduct interviews may be in the middle of the floor. So now if a battle's going on, even if he's in the back of the venue and he cuts a light on, somebody turns around, they're distracted, then there's a little chatter, and that's how the chatter spreads, and then before you know it, your battles are messed up because somebody wants to do an interview. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with the interview. I think it's good. I think it's great for the MCs, but they can get it outside. You know what I'm saying? Like inside the venue, people are there for the battle. So like when someone's like, excuse me, can you move over because I'm doing a battle? And then this guy paid $100 for a ticket, and now he has to move out of the way so somebody can get an interview. It becomes a little inconvenient. And then it's like if you have all these guys backstage where the artists are or behind the scenes, we're running through, we're in the back, we're walking through interviews. It's just a lot going on. So it's just a difficult thing that we're trying to figure out. We're not saying we're done with the media or we're against the media, but just in terms of running an event, it makes it more difficult when there's a lot of various interviews being conducted in the middle of the event.
Now, you my man.
Russ.
Still cool with me no matter what. You don't
Right.
want to let the media in, but still at the end of the day, I have to say that URL is the only battle league that has that issue about the media. Now, everywhere else we go as media, we don't have nobody. They love that we're there covering their event and putting stuff out to bring attention to their event. Maybe URL's, is big enough and they don't need us. I don't know.
Right.
But a lot of the, I mean, I'm not even going to say a lot. Every other league, like there is no league 15 Minutes of Fame can't go to and get access to everything. Everybody gives us access. You guys used to too.
Right.
Now again, I'm not making this about 15 Minutes of Fame and URL, but I have to mention that. But so what makes it different for you guys with everybody else?
Because everybody else isn't doing events the size of the events that we do. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between if you go to an event and there's 200 people there or there's 1,000. It's a big, big, big difference. You know what I mean? And it's not so much that this is going to be a permanent thing. You know what I mean? This is just something that we're trying to figure out. We're trying to make everything run as smoothly as possible because we're the most scrutinized league as well. You know what I mean? Like
that's what happens,
so now, right, if everything doesn't go smoothly, one thing happens. It's like heart attack central. So we try to avoid that, and we've been, moving our battles through pretty quickly. Like the last couple of events for the last, I say even within the last 2 years, you come to the URL event, we get the battles, we get shit done. You know what I'm saying? Like the last event we just had, Unfinished Business, it was done at 6:30. You know what I mean? In, out, boom, bop, boom, run through, next battle. And that comes with just a lot of restructuring, enforcing penalties for people being late, things like that, to kind of like really, get this going so the guys can demonstrate a certain level of professionalism, because it's unfair when these people travel from out of town and your opponent's there and then the other guy is in the Bronx or Brooklyn somewhere on his couch thinking, yo, I didn't think y'all was gonna start on, yo, I had to wait for my cousin, and you know what I mean? So we really just, we're just trying to have a more of an efficient show and just get to the point, get it done, deliver the best quality possible without all the mayhem. Like when we do an event, the day of show, you got, the people who bought tickets. You got the guy who left his ID at home, but can he still come in? You trying to get him in, and then the rappers show up with more people than they're supposed to, and then they're crying because they can't get their cousin in. And can you take it off my purse? And can you do this? And can you do that? And then this one is doesn't want to go on second. He wants to go on third because he has something in his routine that he forgot. And so it's like all these different dynamics that go in putting an event together, and it's part of the job, and we embrace it. But we just try to make things as easy as possible so that we can get through the event with the least amount of drama. Or you get home and then, the big surprise that you was going to spin on the world is already out on somebody else's channel, and you're like, yo,
that's something you're never going to be able to control. You could say don't tweet out the bars.
Right.
You're never going to be able to control that.
There's a difference between a guy who has 652 followers and somebody who has 27,000 followers.
Yes,
it's a
and
big,
no.
big difference.
There's Facebook. Right
some
now,
things go viral.
Right now, I see a lot of people, they'll screenshot somebody and then put it on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And now that's just went viral, a screenshot. So people can take something that Johnny Bravo just tweeted out bars. Like Johnny could be tweeting out the bars, then other people are just snatching that up and then, transmitting it however too. Right. So I understand, but again, it's still,
I mean, that can happen, but it's a different level of promotion when it's a media outlet because they're specifically targeting the main audience. You know what I mean? This guy might not have all the followers. A couple of people may see it, a couple of people may not. But
for me, I'll just buy it from that guy. If he has the footage of the fight, I'm gonna buy it from him, and then I'm gonna post it up on my channel.
Of course. Now I gotta get that footage out.
That's one thing you can say on camera that you ain't never seen me post nothing negative that happened at any event. Right. Plenty of opportunities. I had footage of negative fights, or I had the opportunity to record them. And never did.
Nah, that's true. That's real.
So,
keep it good. Keep it real.
So again, not everybody is doing that, and hopefully, maybe people won't continue to do it. Yeah. But you can't stop it. That's right. So okay. So all right. So I know that was a lot there, but pretty much privatizing or making it private is more or less about the media.
Yes, it's about control. Okay. And just trying to slim down a lot of the leaks that have been happening. You know what I'm saying?
We thought you were gonna
because I've seen some guys
people
before,
pay because they mentioned that on a Facebook.
I don't even want any money for that for the media. I don't want money.
No. As far as people, like you were gonna privatize the events and then people would have to pay $10.99 or whatever. I think I'm not gonna say no names, but
somebody made a suggestion. If we would do something like that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of the way of technology of where people are going. Right. I mean,
but
it's
you
always
can't fight technology.
Yeah,
you can't fight cell phones. Right. It's gonna happen.
Right. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. You just try to curtail it as much as you possibly can.
All right. I don't know, man. Sometimes I be ready to like chew you up, and then when I start talking to you, I just can't chew you up.
Because you understand, man. What I say
is
real. It's not a negative thing, man.
I understand, but you so...
We listen, man. We don't... our goal is not to piss anybody off. It's not to do anything. Like, because what I'm saying is this, right? If you're getting an interview, you're going to get a better interview outside than you are inside the venue. You're going to get a way better... Because there's not a million people around. There's not the background noise of the people rapping. You can step on the corner. Everybody's there. It's set up. Boop, bop, boop, boop, boop. People respect you. They want to talk to your camera. They want to talk to your camera because they know your camera gets views.
But you know what the best interviews are?
Which ones?
The best interviews as soon as they come off that stage. Their energy is there. Right. The way they feel about what just happened, they give you a totally different energy. You know what I mean? So when you catch them after they don't had a couple drinks and then you catch them outside after the event, now they lit. Sometimes they saying stuff they shouldn't be saying. Then you posting it, you know, and then they mad because you posted it because they was lit. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes the better interview is like when they fresh off of that.
Right.
I understand because we still get good interviews outside, either way you look at it. But yeah, sometimes that energy in the building. Now look, let's take Gramercy. Gramercy got that downstairs,
Right.
which is, you know, and I've seen that. I mean, I've been a part of that where I'm downstairs conducting interviews down there.
Yeah.
That's dope. You got an area that they can bring
like,
them.
right,
That's dope.
but that's a lot of what just happened depends on the venue.
Right.
So when it is Gramercy, I allow it because there's an area for you guys to do it. It's easier for you because the guys actually have to go through that area to get to the stage, and generally when they come off the stage, they go back through that area so you can get that fresh style of interview. And the Gramercy is actually the venue I like to work out of the best, just because it's a place where I can keep the artist and then I can get them directly to the stage and off the stage. Where Irving Plaza is just a wild place. Like once they dip off, they dip off. They in the jungle. You know what I'm saying? And I'm running around trying to find them and bring them back and bring them through those doors. And this is my cousin, and yo, this is Little Lito, Johnny, and Petey, and you know what I'm saying? It just never stops, bro.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.
15 minutes of fame radio. We're now stepping into